There's a reason some people can walk through betrayal, humiliation, anxiety, heartbreak, and chaos without mentally collapsing. While everyone else loses control, they remain calm, focused, dangerous in silence. And what's terrifying is that this ability was discovered over 2,000 years ago by men who lived surrounded by war, death, suffering, and betrayal every single day. Roman emperors used it before battle. Slaves used it while enduring pain. Philosophers used it while facing execution. Yet today, most people are too distracted to understand what Stoicism really is. Because Stoicism was never about sounding wise. It was about becoming impossible to break mentally. And tonight, you're about to discover the 7 Stoic habits that can make your mind unshakable. Before we begin, answer honestly in the comments, what destroys your peace the fastest? Anger, anxiety, rejection, overthinking? I read every comment. And if you want to master your emotions before the world controls them for you, subscribe and leave a like. Because the last habit on this list might completely change the way you see suffering forever. The first Stoic habit that makes you mentally unbreakable is mastering silence. Most people destroy their lives emotionally in moments. One angry reaction, one emotional outburst, one impulsive decision they regret forever. But the Stoics believed silence was power. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. Imagine being emperor of Rome while enemies surrounded your empire. Disease spreading across cities, betrayal hiding inside your palace, death waiting constantly nearby, and despite all of that pressure, he still wrote the same reminder to himself late at night inside military camps. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Think about that carefully. Most people surrender emotional control instantly. Traffic ruins their mood. Social media ruins their confidence. One insult ruins their entire day. Their emotions are controlled by everything around them, but Stoics trained themselves differently. They paused before reacting. They observed before speaking. They stayed calm while everyone else exploded emotionally, because once you master silence, people lose the power to manipulate your emotions, and that changes everything. But the second Stoic habit becomes even darker. The second Stoic habit is learning to embrace suffering voluntarily. Modern society teaches people to escape discomfort constantly. The moment life becomes painful, people run. They distract themselves, they numb themselves, they hide from pain. But Stoics believed suffering was necessary. Seneca once said that difficulty strengthens the mind, just as labor strengthens the body. And honestly, every strong person you admire was shaped by pain, not comfort. Pain, Epictetus, was born a slave. Imagine waking up every day without freedom. According to ancient stories, his master twisted his leg violently during torture, and Epictetus calmly said, "If you continue, it will break." Then it broke, and he simply replied, "Didn't I tell you?" That level of emotional control sounds almost impossible today, because modern people panic at discomfort instantly. But Stoicism teaches something terrifyingly powerful. Pain is unavoidable. Suffering is optional. The moment you stop running from hardship, your mind becomes stronger than fear itself. And the third Stoic habit is something most people will never achieve. The third Stoic habit is detaching yourself from validation. Most people are addicted to approval without realizing it. They need attention to feel important. They need compliments to feel confident. They need acceptance to feel valuable. And because of that, their peace becomes fragile. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that fame means nothing. The same people praising you today will disappear tomorrow. Their opinions die with them. So why surrender your happiness to strangers? Imagine entering a room where nobody believes in you and feeling completely calm. No insecurity, no panic, no need to prove yourself. That's real confidence, and Stoics understood this deeply. The moment you stop needing validation, you become emotionally free. Criticism loses power over you. Rejection loses power over you. People lose emotional control over you, and suddenly your confidence comes from within, not from applause. But the fourth Stoic habit is where things become deeply uncomfortable. The fourth Stoic habit is learning to sit alone with your thoughts. No distractions, no noise, no entertainment, just silence. Most people can't handle that anymore. The second silence appears, anxiety rises, regret rises, fear rises. That's why modern life is filled with endless distractions, phones, music, videos, notifications, anything to avoid being alone with your own mind. But Stoics walk directly into silence. Seneca spent time alone reflecting deeply on life. Marcus Aurelius wrote private journal entries confronting his own weaknesses honestly, because mentally strong people are created in private, not publicly. Picture someone sitting alone at 2 a.m. after losing everything. Rain tapping against the windows, their chest heavy with fear, their future uncertain. Most people collapse emotionally in moments like that. But Stoicism teaches you to observe emotions instead of becoming controlled by them. And once you learn how to sit calmly with yourself, loneliness stops being terrifying. That's when mental strength truly begins. But the fifth Stoic habit is the one that shocks people the most. The fifth Stoic habit is remembering death constantly, not in a depressive way, in a realistic way. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that life could end at any moment. Roman generals celebrating victories reportedly had servants whispering reminders that they too would die someday. Why? Because awareness of death destroys illusion. Suddenly ego becomes smaller. Petty arguments stop mattering. Jealousy weakens. Fear fades. Modern society hides death from people, distracts them from mortality constantly. But Stoicism forces you to face reality directly. You are going to die. Everyone you love will die. And strangely enough, accepting this makes life more valuable. The smell of coffee in the morning, a quiet sunset, a conversation with someone you love. Stoics understood something powerful. When you remember death, you finally start living properly. And the sixth Stoic habit might be the most important in modern society. The sixth Stoic habit is protecting your attention. Your attention controls your life. Whatever controls your attention controls your mind. And today, attention is under attack constantly. Social media, notifications, drama, arguments, outrage. Modern society profits from distracted people, but Stoics treated focus like survival. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself not to waste energy obsessing over what other people were doing. Because time is limited, energy is limited, life is limited. And honestly, to look around today, people can barely stay focused for 5 minutes. Their minds are fragmented, distracted, exhausted. Then they wonder why anxiety consumes them. Stoicism teaches one brutal truth. Not everything deserves your energy. Not every insult deserves a reaction. Not every opinion matters. Not every battle deserves your attention. And once you understand that, peace becomes possible again. Because calm is not found, it's protected. And finally, the seventh Stoic habit. The habit that ties everything together. The seventh Stoic habit is accepting reality exactly as it is. This is where most people break emotionally. Life is unfair. People betray you. Dreams collapse. Pain arrives unexpectedly, and most humans spend years emotionally fighting reality. They replay the past. They obsess over what should have happened. They resist painful truths until bitterness consumes them completely. But Stoics believed resisting reality creates suffering. Epictetus said, "Do not seek for events to happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen." That sounds simple, but it's brutally difficult. Imagine two men trapped in the same storm. One screams at the sky because life feels unfair. The other quietly starts building shelter. Who survives? That's Stoicism. Not weakness, not passivity. Strength directed wisely. And maybe that's why Stoicism survived for over 2,000 years. Because human nature never changes. People still fear rejection, still fear pain, still fear death, still lose emotional control. But Stoicism offers another path. A quieter path, a stronger path, the path of self-mastery. Picture Marcus Aurelius once more. sitting inside a freezing military tent while war surrounded him. Soldiers coughing outside, rain hitting the canvas overhead, candlelight flickering across exhausted eyes. He could not control the war, he could not control death, he could not control betrayal, but he controlled himself, and that is true power. So maybe tonight, while the world keeps drowning in noise, distraction, and emotional chaos, you choose differently. Maybe tonight you stop reacting instantly. Maybe tonight you stop running from pain. Maybe tonight you stop begging for validation. Maybe tonight you finally face yourself honestly. Maybe tonight you protect your peace like your life depends on it. Maybe tonight you accept reality instead of fighting it, because mentally unbreakable people are not fearless. They are disciplined. They remain calm while others panic, focused while others collapse, silent while others lose control, and in a world designed to destroy your peace every single day, becoming calm is an act of rebellion. The Stoics understood that centuries ago. Now it's your turn to understand it too.